Hello everyone, this is my week 5 sketchbook tour of my first observational still life. The materials I used were the Faber-Castell graphite matte bead pencils and H, 2H, 4H, and 6H, a variety of tortillions. I also used an X-Acto knife to sharpen them. I used the two kneaded erasers and these white ones that Mr. Jones gave me in class. I mostly just tried to use the 8, 10, and 12B for the darker values on the cast shadow, and when I went in to render those objects, I tried to stay between a 6B as the darkest and a 6H being the lightest. The still life I chose was the cylinder, the ball, the apple, and the triangle. I ended up including the box at the end because I did have to also put the box to like line the objects. That makes sense. My process started with boxing in the whole drawing into a 14 by 14, and I did feel the most comfortable measuring out where all of the objects went first, then placing the cast shadow according to those measurements. I enjoyed the drawing process of both the ball and the cylinder because although I was scared about the overall value scale of each object, I managed to blend out those values in the direction they needed to go. For example, the ball was like this, so I tried to shade in this way, and then the cylinder was up and down, so I tried to do it that way. My struggles with this drawing was probably the apple measurements and the cast shadow not reflecting onto the box how I would have liked. On my reference picture, the apple and the cast shadow were different shapes, which was messing me up a little throughout my drawing process, but was able to fix both when I started rendering and filling them in with both value and texture for the apple. The only thing that I did not shade or go in was the actual background, which I know we learned like the figure and ground relationship, but what I did end up doing that Mr. Jones told me to do was like this one was completely white, so I filled that in. The box also was completely white and I filled that in. The top, I filled that in, but not as much as I would have liked right here. This needed to be a little bit darker. But yeah, I really liked this observational still life drawing.